Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, shortly before work. It's 7:48. Yesterday was very crazy. Lots of rain here in San Francisco, and today there is sunshine again. Yeah, in front of the Trans-America building, showing you a little bit of Chinatown. Tonight I have another meeting at the 555. I don't know how it's going to be. I think we're developing a little bit more structure, especially now that I'm not living anymore. It's very, very different. And it seems to me that the people there, the few who participate, do appreciate me, which is a nice thing. It's always nice to be appreciated. But we have a long way to go. I had a meeting on Sunday. There were two ladies there, Katie and Deborah, I believe was her name. And it was very, very good. Very, a little bit unorganized. We were sitting in the kitchen and talking, not very comfortable, but it is always good to talk. It's always good to talk. And yeah, pal talk in the room I haven't been a lot because I've been just kind of busy. Just that I moved now, which is great. I'm so happy at my new place. And I'm having these meetings 3 times a week. Even though I think to myself, I don't know if I can keep this up, maybe twice a week at the 555 would be better. Also, I can have meetings at the place I'm living at right now. And so well, hello, how are you? And so I don't know, time is really of the essence. You only can do one thing at a time. Anyway, time will tell. Definitely, time will tell everything. Time will tell the story of how it will be. And what will be will always be. But not to be starting to rambling on again. Let me just show you a little bit here. I showed you that before. I don't know if you've seen it. It's very, very cool. It's this park, which is only 5 minutes from my work. Lots of Asian people here. People who do Tai Chi in the morning. And it's very, very amazing. Lots of tradition here. And of course we have the Hilton across the street. Which is this building over there, the Hilton. And yes, in the afternoon you can see lots of people playing cards here and playing board games. Yeah, it is funny how the weather can change here in San Francisco from one day to the other. Reminds me a lot of the weather in Germany in April. But it changes just like that. You have storm, rain, very cold, and then it's really warm the next day. Anyway, I just wanted to send you a few images here on this Tuesday morning in San Francisco. Again, another beautiful day. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well, even though it might be raining or thundering, because ultimately it's about the weather inside, and all weather is part of the spectrum of life. No doubt about that. But it's ultimately about your inner predisposition. And over there we have, it's so sad, it makes me so sad, especially because I've been living on the street, seeing people like this sleeping outside. It is a sin. It is a sin in our society. How our society has allowed for that, or produce people like this who might be mentally deranged, poor, have nowhere to go other than to lay outside and sleep in the street. Yeah, I think our society has really failed us greatly. Definitely. So the question, an interesting question, I might leave you off with that question, is it the people who are sick, who are deranged, or is it our society which operates on the wrong principles? And yeah, you know, in this society we have some people who are growing up, quote unquote, who become deranged and deluded and confused and so frustrated and so angry, or have no hope, don't care anymore, that they sometime in their life come to the conclusion that, hey, it doesn't matter, I just sleep outside or I stay in a shelter, and yeah, I don't want to be part of this thing called life, or this thing called social living. Which is totally understandable if you look at our society, if you look at our world. What are the principles? I was just sitting on the bus when I was coming here and I looked at people going to work, very well dressed, with their cell phones, And everything is so regulated, everything is so organized, quote unquote. There's something for everybody. Everybody has their own role. Everybody has their own space. But I mean, is this living? What does this really to do with life if you think about that? Everything is a matter of accumulating money, pursuing happiness, pursuing success, pursuing love. And ever since we grow up, we fell into this rut. We fell into this mold. We were forced into this mold. Yesterday I had a goodbye party for my good friend Febuary, who when I first came to San Francisco and I stayed in a shelter was kind enough to he responded to one of my ads, and I basically stayed with him in a small room next to his one bedroom apartment next to the kitchen for about 2.5 years rent free. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person, Febuary. And there was also a little girl, Ophelia, so alive, full of imagination, full of energy. But I was thinking about how, this beautiful, beautiful child with that great sense of imagination will eventually forced into this mold, like all of us, to obey, to pay attention, to not so much listen to their inner voice anymore, but basically become, like most of us, subservient to the system we have created. Become part of the educational system, study for tests, be busy memorizing facts, and then later on, find a job, basically doing the same thing over and over every day. And that's how our world works. It's how we need for our world to work. Otherwise, the system that's in place could not succeed. It needs people who are doing what is expected of them. But see, the question that is going way beyond that, again, what's life all about? How does life work? How does our mind work? How do we build positive relationships? How do we communicate? How do we deal with life? How we deal with frustration? And these are some of the questions that Realize to Actualize tries to address. I hope you'll be interested in learning more and becoming part of the dialogue either on Paltalk, on the 555 at the 555 guest house, or if we have meetings again at my new place, or if you just like to have more information by calling me on the phone and send me an email. Be happy to talk to you further. Anyway, it is about time for me to go to work. Question is really, is this work? Or is it just basically a matter of forgetting your true identity, doing what is expected to you in order to be socially productive? Anyway, without further ado, I say goodbye right now. Thank you again for tuning in, and it would be wonderful to hear more from you. Thank you and all the best. Bye bye for now.